It was a sunny Saturday afternoon, and my friends and I were hanging out at a local coffee shop, sipping on iced lattes and sharing stories. Laughter filled the air as we relaxed in the warmth of the camaraderie, enjoying the simple pleasures of the weekend. Little did we know that our seemingly ordinary afternoon would unravel into a perplexing journey through the enigmatic corridors of the digital realm. As we bantered and laughed, the conversation took an unexpected turn when someone brought up the latest Snapchat craze, a mysterious user known as the Vanisher. Whispers of this digital enigma had reached our ears, with rumors suggesting that adding the Vanisher would lead to a particular chat experience, one that left participants with an unsettling sense of disquiet. Intrigued by our allure of the unknown, curiosity got the better of us. With a mix of excitement and apprehension, we collectively decided to add the Vanisher to our Snapchat friends list. Almost immediately, a chat window materialized on our screens, and the messages within were cryptic, filled with strange symbols and emojis that seemed to convey a message beyond our understanding. As we delved deeper into this conversation, the chat took an eerie turn. The messages, once abstract, became to display an uncanny knowledge of our lives, personal details that we hadn't shared on social media or anyone else. It was as if the Vanisher had unfettered access to a hidden trove of information about each one of us, leaving with a disconcerting sense of vulnerability. The once light-hearted atmosphere in the coffee shop shifted, morphing into a playful banter to uneasy contemplation. Nervous glances were exchanged among us as we questioned whether one of our own was behind this elaborate prank. However, as the messages continued to flow, it became evident that this was something beyond our control. An inexplicable intrusion into the sanity of our digital lives. The Vanisher's messages took an unsettling turn, describing our surroundings with an accuracy that sent shivers down our spines. It detailed the color of the coffee shop walls, the intricate pattern of the barista's apron, and even the tiles of the books neatly arranged on the shelves. Panic set as we all grappled with the disconcerting realization that we were being watched, although the source of this information remained elusive. In a desperate attempt to unravel the mystery, we mustered the courage to ask the Vanisher who they were and what they wanted. The response was chilling. A barrage of images and videos that depicted moments of their own lives. Birthday family gatherings, and even private moments were laid bare in front of us. The Vanisher had transformed into an omniscient observer, peering into the most intimate corners of our existence. Fearful and desperate for answers, we collectively decided to take matters into our own hands. The unanimous decision was to delete the Vanisher from our Snapchat contacts, hoping that the digital connection world would put an end to the disconcerting intrusion. Miraculously, the chat disappeared, and the fleeting sense of relief washed over us. However, our respite was short-lived. The next day, as we reconvened at the coffee shop, a sense of foreboding settling upon us. Snap after snap arrived, each one containing real-life images of us, captured without our knowledge. The Vanisher had transcended the confines of the digital realm, infiltrating our lives to an unsettling degree. The boundary between the virtual and the tangible had blurred into an unsettling amalgamation of both, leaving us in a state of perpetual disarray. Determined to break free from the Vanisher's relentless grip, we sought advice from tech experts and cybersecurity specialists. Despite our collective efforts, the mysterious entity continued to haunt us through Snapchat, predicting our every move and wavering a surreal, disconcerting narrative around our lives. As days turned into weeks, the once thriving group of friends found themselves ensnared into a constant state of paranoia. The Vanisher had become an ever-present specter, a digital ghost that defied all attempts of exorcism. Our collective attempts to escape its influence only fueled its persistence, leaving us grappling with an insidious force that seemed to be impervious to reason. Eventually, faced with an unsettling reality of our digital entrapment, we made the difficult decision to abandon our Snapchat accounts altogether. With trepidation, we deleted the app, hoping that severing our ties with this particular digital platform would liberate us from the Vanisher's relentless gaze. In the days that followed, the snap ceased, and we began our arduous process of rebuilding our lives without the constant surveillance. However, the experience had left a mark on us. We became hyper-aware of our digital presence, questioning the security and privacy of our online interactions. The once distinct line between the virtual and the real had become blurred, and we couldn't shake the feeling that in the vast expanse of the digital landscape, there were entities that transcended the boundaries we once believed to be sacrosanct. Despite our concerted efforts to move on, the unease lingered like a shadow. The absence of the Vanisher snaps did little to quell the underlying fear that our digital lives were still vulnerable to unseen forces. We shared fewer photos, posted sparingly, and even hesitated before sending private messages. The feeling of being constantly observed had etched itself into our collective consciousness. As weeks turned into months, we tentatively rekindled our online presence, cautiously navigating the virtual realm. The specter of the Vanisher had vanished, but the scars remained, a reminder that the digital world held secrets and dangers we were only beginning to understand. In an attempt to gain closure, we revisited the coffee shop where it all began. As we sat around the familiar table, now weathered by time and shared experiences, we recounted the strange saga of the Vanisher. The topic had transformed from a chilling tale to a cautionary fable among us, a narrative that underscored the vulnerability of our digital identities. In the midst of our conversation, a notification pinged on our phones simultaneously. It was a Snapchat notification. A cold shiver ran down our spines. Hesitant glances were exchanged as we reluctantly opened the app. To our surprise, the notification wasn't from the Vanisher, but from an unknown username, the Observer. The chat contained a single message: "You can't escape the digital eye."